Welcome into King Stadium. A little bit of technical difficulties here to start this match, but just 20 minutes in, it's a scoreless draw at the moment between the Huntington Foresters and the Grace Christian Tigers. I'm Preston Husband alongside Ryan Holzapple. You'll hear from us all week long here on FDN Sports. And so far, I know the viewers haven't been able to see the game, but the Foresters in control, a lot of chances. The star of the game so far is the senior goalkeeper, Amaya Lake from Rockford, Michigan for Grace Christian.
Yeah, I mean, she's already saved 5-6 shots at the goal from Sophie or from Katie Hooley. I mean, HU's had a lot of chances to score, and she's kept the Foresters at bay so far, and we'll see if she can continue to do that.
A little bit of a different lineup today for the Foresters. Different players jumping into the starting 11. Ella Thiard, she's been starting all year long, finds Sophie Shepard. Sophie's had a couple of chances at the net, and as mentioned, Lake, the goalkeeper, has been there to keep it out. She had 24 saves in her last match, so she's been busy this year. Hooley taps one towards the top of the 18-yard box. Cote Molina will go right back to Katie on the left side. One of the new additions to the starting lineup, Jillian Sutton, plays it over to Drent in the middle. Joyous had one shot saved by Lake as well early in this match. Once again, we apologize. These 4 o'clock starts, very tough for the students here at HU, coming straight from class to get on air. 4 o'clock starts not as common this year with the new lights, but today we play an afternoon game, and it's awfully hard on the staff to get here in time and get it working. But thankfully for Katie and John in the back, they got it rolling. We got cameras on, and Ryan, you and I can talk about some soccer today, see if HU can continue their hot start. 4-1-1 is where they stand at the moment. That is the best start since the 2015-2016 season. This program really started to turn in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. They got a lot of young, really talented players on the team. Obviously, they have their senior goalkeeper, Ireland, who's one of the best goalkeepers in our school's history for this sport. She's been incredible. But they have a lot of young players, and this team is going to be a problem in the Crossroads League for a couple of years.
Foresters give away the ball here as it'll be Grace Christian working back the other way. Skylar Ecker has it pulled away by Sorencioni. Paige Weiss did not get the start today. A little bit of rest. You already mentioned Ireland Arney. She's on the bench as well as Macy Sanders starts her second straight match between the sticks, and she'll have her first touch here.
Yeah, I mean, what's been impressive so far for HU is the amount of time they've had possession. I think Grace Christian has maybe held the ball for about 5 minutes of the entire game so far, as HU's done a good job of controlling and getting the open looks that they want.
So the starting lineup today for HU in their home white kits, it was Sanders, Sorencioni, Cote Molina, Drent, Hunsaker, Thiard, Shepard, Sophie Shepard, Raya Holiday, Jillian Sutton, and Olivia Bontrager. That has since changed. One of the new players in the lineup has it now. Simons drops it back. Hunsaker, low ball across the 18-yard box, knocked out of there by Tubergen. And the Foresters will restart in between the circles. It's been a constant attack here for HU. Holiday, crossing ball, does find a teammate in Hunsaker in a dangerous spot inside the box, plays one in towards Shepard. Hooley tries running it down. Now Hartman has it. Ella takes a long shot, soars that one just over the bar, but another opportunity for the Foresters as it'll be a goal kick for Lake.
The goalkeeper for Grace Christian will have her work cut out for her today, and we've already seen a lot of shots on goal here early on from this HU offense as they're trying to whittle down this defense of Grace Christian, and they have a tough night if they can't gain control of the ball.
And on a hot day like today, it's going to be really tough for this Tigers team to stick with the Foresters. They only have 14 players on their roster, and as you know, sitting at home, 11 players play at a time. So there's not many fresh bodies on the bench for the Tigers. HU uses a lot of different players, so we'll see if that wears down the opposing team tonight. Thiard tries blasting one across the face of the goal, and it goes out for another goal kick. Thiard's coming off her best game as a Forester. She had a goal and an assist in that one against Manchester. And that's her second career goal, 2 assists this season now. And she's someone that is sometimes a defensive midfielder, but man, she adds a lot to the attack as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. She didn't do as much for the offense last season when I was watching the games and announcing them. But man, this season she's taken up a bigger role in their offense, and the offense for HU has been a lot more dynamic this year because of it.
Ryle Holiday to Ella Thiard, just talking about her, works it back to Cerencioni. When Ellie Cerencioni can play, she is always in the starting lineup throughout her time here at HU. Now in her junior season, she has started 42 of the 43 matches she's played in.
She is the Iron Man of this team. She will always play no matter what if she has the opportunity.
Holiday played it into Simons. She tried flicking it on to Hunsiker. It goes out for another goal kick. And it looks like we're going to have our first water break of the afternoon. Temperatures right around 85, 90 here today. So we'll see that a couple of times in this match, once in the first half, once in the second. But while we have time, since we kind of missed out on some of our pregame stuff, you look at this Grace Christian side. So far, 0 for 4, 0 and 4 on the year. They've been outscored 15-0, so they've yet to score a goal. But their defense today has already looked really sturdy, especially with the keeper Lake doing a lot of early work to keep the Foresters off the board.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the saying in sports is that defense leads to offense. And that's where a lot of teams, they start off strong, is they start with their defense. We saw that in last night's volleyball game. The defense from Mount Vernon led to their offense. And I'm sure Grace Christian heavily relies on their goalkeeper and their defensive line to kind of get some momentum offensively for them. And that's what the Foresters do, and that's what a lot of teams do. And it's usually a way to succeed in this sport.
The Tigers are led by Coach Sean Wilson. It's his first year with the women's soccer team here in 2024. He's also been involved with Grace Christian University for a while, actually since 2017. He began as an assistant coach for the men's team. He's had many years of experience coaching both the women's and men's club teams in Muskegon, Michigan, around that area. He's also coached in the semi-professional ranks with the Grand Rapids Wanderers and the United West organization. So he's got a lot of experience. And this is a team not too far removed from a lot of success. Back in 2021, a 12-7 record, 8-10 in 2022. No stats from last year's team. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we couldn't find any when we were preparing for today's match. But this school is not far from being a good soccer school once again with Wilson in charge.
Well, I think that what's really hindering them is, like you said, the lack of depth they have in the bench. Is their players get really tired throughout the game. I mean, soccer is a lot of running. It is a very tiring sport, and only have three fresh bodies throughout an entire game it's a lot to deal with as a team. But you know, as a player and as an athlete, you want to compete and give it your all, and that's what Grace Christian does every single night.
So we're seeing Alana McGinnis check in for the Foresters here for the first time this afternoon. She just scored her first career goal in the last match for HU, a transfer as a sophomore here this year. It's created a lot of great opportunities on the attack, and we were talking about it, Ross and I, in that last match. It felt like that first goal was coming, and finally she made it happen. See if she can continue that nice start to her Forester career.
Yeah, her contributions are well received from her HU teammates. I mean, Sophie Shepard's usually the focal point of the offense, but to have another player who's able to attack like that and score is a huge deal.
Cerencioni with a good touch. She'll find Holiday on the left side. Ella Hartman works down the left flank. Shepard goes right to McGinnis. Alana gonna run out of room. A good idea, but the connection not there quite yet.
And that's something that I think we've seen a couple of times here early on in the season, is Sophie kicking it a little bit too hard, trying to get her teammates open. And she has the right idea and has the right placement of where she wants the ball. She just leaves a little too much power on the kick.
On the other side of things for Grace Christian, their starting lineup, it has changed, but they started in between the sticks. She's still in there. Amaya Lake off to a good start. Natalie Huerta, Skylar Ecker, Jessica Calizo, Taylor Mikowiak, Stephanie Zalis, Zoe Hilton, Niley Copeland, and Claire Tubergen, and they have made some changes since then. So as soon as we can pick up some numbers on the black jerseys of the opposing team. We'll let you know who's all in there. Foul called against the Tigers here, and now a dangerous spot for a Forester free kick.
We'll see if the Foresters can make something happen on offenses. So far, the defense has remained rigid for the Tigers, and we'll see if they can continue that or if HU can finally score.
It'll be Ellie Cerencioni. She typically takes the corner kicks. This time she takes the free kick, and Sophie Shepard was roaming, just needed to get a touch on it, and then it runs out of room for Hartman, but a good ball in by Cerencioni.
Yeah, I mean, she left it right where Sophie Shepard wanted it. She just couldn't quite get there in time, and Grace Christian caught a little bit of a break there with the Sophie Shepard miss.
These two teams have only met once in school history. It was a 1-0 win for the Foresters back on September 21st of 2021. So about 3 years, almost to the date, since these last three teams played each other in women's soccer. Shepard, a good touch around the defender on the backside. She's working against McCowiak. Shepard takes a long shot, and that one flies just over the bar again. Lake comfortably watched that one go over, but that was maybe a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, I mean, she's had a lot of shots already rifled at her by Sophie Shepard, and another one just a little too high, and a nice break for the goalkeeper there as she's been having to jump and save a lot already.
Shepard on the year is the leading goal scorer for the Foresters. She has 6 goals, 2 assists. She had 6 goals, 1 assist last year as a freshman. Made the all-freshman team in the conference, looking to do better than that this year, maybe make first or second team. Alana McGinnis coming off her first career Forester goal, plays one in towards Sophie Shepard again, and Amaya Lake quickly off her line scoops it up.
That's what she does. She's been doing it all game long so far. She's been saving everything HU's throwing her way.
Lake has also played some matches in her career in the field as a defender and a forward, so she's very versatile. And today she's showing her ability to stop the shots in between the sticks for Grace Christian. Shepard again working alongside some of her attackers. She picks out Hooley in the middle, who skips back to her right foot, and now plays a long ball over to Hunsaker. Greta looking for an option in the box. Goes with the left-footed pass to Hooley. She also scored in the last match and had an assist. Diard looking for another chance to score. She goes left-footed. Lake with an easy save this time, able to stop that from going in. That's the 4th stop of the day for Lake.
And she will have plenty more opportunities to do that so far this game. We've seen HU's offense just completely take over here early on, and Grace Christian really hasn't even gotten it over to the HU side yet.
That'll stay that way as Hooley is able to keep it in on the Foresters' half, and then plays a great ball down the left side. Ella Hartman, freshman, has 1 goal so far on her young career. Skips it back to Hooley. Big touch, and then knocked away by the Grace Christian defense. See if they can run here. They'll try to push it forward. Long ball from Calizo, but Cerencioni going to comfortably run it down. It looks to be how Grace Christian wants to play this match. They're putting everyone behind the ball to avoid falling down 2-3 goals, and then getting out on these counterattacks and scoring quickly back on the Forester defense.
I mean, it's smart because we've seen Ella Thiard and a couple of those midfielders go up to try and get help their team score, and they can catch the HU defense with a little less numbers than what they usually have. A good chance for Grace Christian to score.
McGinnis into Shepard off the throw. Sophie with plenty of space. Left-footed shot, too close to Lake. And again, she's there to make a stop. She's piling it up. As mentioned, she had 24 saves against IU Northwest in the last match. She is giving up right around 3.75 goals against per game. But she's also made 53 saves in 4 matches. Add on 5 more today, 58. So she's been rock solid.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really ask more from a goalkeeper than to save the amount of shots that she does. I mean, when you have so many shots thrown at you like what HU is doing right now, I mean, it's tough.
Sophie back into the box again, still keeps roaming. This time looks for McGinnis. Hunsaker on the backside, too tall. Another great opportunity set up by Shepard. The Foresters just can't crack open that first goal.
Yeah, and we've seen that they leave it a little too long, and they keep kicking the ball a little too high and too hard. And I mean, you always want to try and get the ball away from the goalkeeper and have to make them jump to save it. But there's also a little something called finesse that a lot of players use to score goals, and HU might want to try it.
Allie Oppenheisen checks in for the first time. Greta Hunsaker will take a seat, get a little bit of a rest. HU also leaning on another freshman as Rachel Lecker checks in for the first time. She's been a nice surprise on the backside of this formation for HU, has added some opportunities as well. She's played mostly as a forward today. Looks like maybe in a midfielder role, but for Lecker out of Canal Fulton, Ohio, 4 shots off the bench this year. She did not play against Manchester. HU took care of business on Tuesday night. 5-0 win, and that's what they're hoping to do here today, but so far, still looking for that first goal. 13 minutes left till the halftime break.
Well, it seems like they're just a little out of rhythm right now with their attacks. I mean, you've seen Sophie and Hartman. They've left shots a little too long, and they've just got to find their rhythm and keep attacking this defense.
Shepard drops it back to that freshman Lecker. Holiday left side now. The defender trying to get in on the attack. She plays a swinging ball in. It's tapped towards the goal, and that's going to go as an own goal, I believe, against Grace Christian, as a couple of Foresters maybe added some distraction. But at the end of the day, I think this is going to be an own goal as the Tigers deflect it right past their own keeper in Lake.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was telling her defenders, like, I had that as the defender kind of flicked it right past the goalie, and a big mistake for the Tigers as they go down.
We'll have to see how that is scored. It was Holiday that put it in, but it was kind of skipped on goal by ahead of a Tiger. So I would assume that's going to be scored as an own goal. That is something that is possible in soccer. The NAI level, I'm not sure how closely they monitor it, as this one's blasted past the back line, and Holiday, who just sent that cross in, now has to go to the complete other side of the pitch to run this one down. Still no official scoring on the stats, so once we have an update on that, we'll let you know. But at the moment, the Foresters finally get one. It's 1-0, 12 minutes left till half. The Yard with a great run finds McGinnis. Alana into the box, has it knocked away. It'll be an HU corner kick, and then I'll give another chance for Cirencioni to set up another dangerous opportunity for HU.
And Grace Christian, I mean, their defense has been really good so far, but we have seen no attack from them or no aggression on the offensive end so far for Grace Christian, and that's what's really hurting them. HU is just like allowing their defenders are just kind of staying back and getting some free space to just kind of do whatever they want, which is leading to these runs.
Cirencioni plays a long one into the box. McGinnis got there first. Hartman nearly had the second shot, and then Thiard's third opportunity with the left foot a little too wide.
Grace Christian catching a break there as Sophie nearly scored that right next to the goalie, but the horde of Grace Christian defenders fend them off.
So it does look like it's going to go as an own goal against Grace Christian. So no Forester credited with the first goal of the afternoon. I think that's the correct scoring, because it was a defender for Grace Christian that really kind of knocked it back towards Lake. Out of all the shots we've seen her save, though, surprised she didn't get to that one, but she has been working extremely hard in this first half of this match.
Foresters are just attacking her constantly, and I mean, when you have such a good goalkeeper like that, you've got to keep attacking them.
Oppenheisen able to run it down. She has it knocked off of the defender's foot, and they'll play quickly off the throw. Bontrager getting a long run here today, finds Rachel Lecker. Freshman midfielder goes to Thiard. Good touch to bring it down to her right foot. Thiard and Lecker working together. Rachel steps up, tries passing it over to Shepard. Couldn't find the connection. And now clearing it away is Grace Christian, but Cirencioni stops that attack as Lecker intercepts. Again, Oppenheisen on the right side. Allie adds a lot of speed down the flank for this Forester team. Bontrager, the Tiffin University transfer, finds the yard. Lots of space in the middle for Gianna Simons. Tries squeaking it into McGinnis. It's tapped away and then brought down at the top of the formation here for Grace Christian. They'll work back the other way. Shepard spins towards the middle of the pitch. Lecker gets it back from Sophie. Now right side Thiard. Plenty of space to take again for Ella. Thiard drops one in. Shepard tries spinning one around a couple of defenders and then easily picked up by Lake. That'll keep it 1-0 for the moment.
A lot of pressure and working going on for the defensive line of Grace Christian. You can tell their defenders are a little bit sluggish right now because they're just getting attacked relentlessly by this Forester offense.
And it's awfully warm here today at King Stadium as well. Temperatures up in the high 80s for this match. As we mentioned, not a lot of afternoon matches anymore for HU since the lights have been added, but Grace Christian had to travel a little ways today, so let's get this one out of the way early. Simons again was looking for Sophie Shepard. It falls back to Thiard. Ella goes to Sophie, one-time touch, looks far side. Openheisen able to run it down and actually gets a shot towards Lake, who makes another jumping save.
Lake doing what she's been doing all game so far, just saving another goal and another goal kick.
Bontrager heads it down. A couple of Grace Christian Tigers actually joining the attack here for the first time this match. Loose ball picked up by Calizo. And she knocks it over to the right side. This is Grace Davis, who has it taken away. Hartman doing a nice job tracking back. .7:33 remaining in this first half. It's an own goal by the Grace Christian Tigers. That's the difference, but HU has been busy on the attacking end. Take a look at the team stats currently. HU already with 8 shots, 7 of them on goal. Lecker plays a ball down the left side. Hartman, she's gonna have to turn on the boosters to get to it and just runs out of room as it'll be a goal kick for Lake. It's a lot of open space within the midfield and the outside of this Grace Christian defense. But if you try to get into the box, there's a lot of bodies there and it's hard to get anything around them.
And I mean, that's kind of how Grace Christian is decided to play this with not as much bench depth as HU, as they can throw a lot of bodies at them. They kind of want to swarm the middle and make it really hard for HU to score anything, and then get lucky on an HU mistake and attack a short-handed defense.
Thiard tries going through to Simons. She was onside on that run. The flag stays down. It was actually an offside call on Hartman on that last run that HU had down the left side. So not a goal kick. The Foresters switching the field with Bontrager. Leaves it short for McGinnis, but Thiard's there to clean it up. Thiard drops one inside. Sophie Shepard gets to her left foot right in front of the keeper, and Shepard tucks another one in. That's her 7th of the year, and now the Foresters up comfortably 2-0 in this first half.
That's what Sophie Shepard does. She is such a good striker for this team, is able to score a lot of times, nifty footwork, and just got right around Lake there for the easy goal.
So already here in her sophomore year, 7 goals. And for the Foresters, this is only their 7th match. So she's scoring 1 goal per match. She's already grabbed a new career high with her 7th, coming off a freshman year with 6 goals. And Shepard from Carmel, Indiana, keeps getting it done. And HU finally gets one that feels like it was their own goal created, rather than the defense putting one past their keeper.
And that's a relief for Sophie Shepard. I mean, she's been rifling at Lake this entire game so far and finally got one past her.
For the Foresters now with right around 5:40 to go for the halftime break. Well, get back to work on the attack. They give credit to Alana McGinnis, her first assist with HU, so now she's got a goal and an assist in her last 2 matches. McGinnis has it now, maybe looking to add something else. Alana around the defender, Lake there to cover it up again as she makes another save, keeping it 2-0. There's a chance that Lake leads the country in saves if she keeps up this pace, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, she's averaging, I mean, if she can average around 6-7 saves a game, I mean, that is easily able to lead the country with saves, which is just nuts.
Thiard plays the ball to the right side. Oppenheisen has space within the box. Tries pushing it towards goal. Lake pops it up and actually lands on top of the net. So it'll be a Forester goal kick.
You can see they have an attacker out there, Hannah Johnson, who's been struggling with some injuries in her career, replacing Sophie Shepard for this last little bit of the first half.
Johnson from Fort Wayne, just a few minutes down the road here from Huntington's campus. This time HU goes short. Simons plays it back to Cirincione. Ellie scored off a similar thing from this, almost did it again as this one goes off the post. And HU doesn't find a way to put another one in, but another good chance by the junior Cirincione. She scored off of a setup corner kick like that on the opposite side of the field where she's right-footed. She swung it in from right to left. That time she tried going with the power and it hit the post. A lot of these Foresters are scoring their first career goals, grabbing their first career assist. And this was the issue with this team last year. They weren't scoring many goals. Their defense was impeccable. They didn't give up hardly anything, but they couldn't find a way to score. So far in the non-conference schedule, that's been quite the opposite.
Yeah, I mean, that's the growth that you want to see from a young team is, you know, when a team is really good on defense, like you said, their defense last year was just incredible. When you see that kind of improvement on offense that makes your team a lot more well-rounded, that's just what you want to see.
Thiard cutting through a couple of defenders. Simons with a good idea looking for Johnson. And then had it knocked away. A loose ball, though, for the Foresters. And Hannah Johnson just missed a chance on goal. It looks like it was actually deflected. It'll be another corner kick.
And Grace Christian barely saved that one. A nanosecond away from being down 3-0.
Lake maybe got a little too loose with that. She decided to use her feet. And then HU snuck up right behind her, kept the play alive. Cirincione this time plays it into the box. Lake went towards it. No Forester could greet it. Oppenheisen keeps it alive on the goal line. Allie with a couple of nice moves. Again, goes back to the right side now. Looking to play one into the box. Low ball in there. Deflected away by one of the Grace Christian defenders as Hannah Johnson was roaming again.
Yeah, she's come close already 3 times to scoring, and they seem to be trying to go to her as she's fresh legs that can maybe get an easy goal for them.
Thiard and McGinnis try linking up. It's knocked back to Lecker. She's going to take a long shot, and Lake right in the center of the goal makes another stop. This one a little bit of the easier variety.
Yeah, I mean, she is being worked like crazy right now by this HU offense, and you can tell she's getting a little fatigued from her her lazy approach to saving the goal, and that previously almost led to a goal for the Foresters.
Lecker outside. This is Maddie Guile. Coming off the bench here in the last few matches, but still extremely productive. 2 assists for Manchester in the last match. Simons finds McGinnis. Simons again taps it on goal. Lake comes out and grabs the cross. Now with less than 90 seconds to go, HU still in total control, up 2-0.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem like they're going to let go of the chokehold they have on this Grace Christian defense. I mean, they are just strictly sticking to defense, and they don't have anyone, any attackers ready on the offensive end, and it's led to HU just having complete possession control of the entire game.
Lecker back to Raya Holiday. Holiday and Cirincione rarely leave the pitch. They're always out there. Thiard showing off some of her skill. Picks out Oppenheisen. Good pass and handled by Allie. Back to Bontrager, who'll go right back to Openeisen on the right side. She's created a lot of opportunities right in this scenario. Openeisen tries driving one into the center of the box. Misses the touch. Lake picks it up. Lake punts it down to Lecker. She can't win the first ball. The Tigers pick it up. A Holiday there to tip it towards Guile. HU's got to go with 10 seconds. It's knocked away from danger by Davis, and that will take us to the end of the first half. So it was an own goal that got it started. Sophie Shepard scores her 7th, and HU in cruise control here in the first half. We'll take it to a break, show you some of our famous commercials here on FDN Sports. We'll be back for the second half of action. It's HU 2-0 when we come back.
I saw Forrester Camp when I was at school. It said health science, and I'm like really interested in medicine.
I was really set on nursing, but I didn't know any else like biology, chemistry, things like that. So health science was able to broaden my spectrum and learn more things in the science world.
It's opened my mind to a lot of things in the medical field. I'm definitely taking away a lot of knowledge that I didn't have before. Also a lot of new friends.
I was also kind of hesitant because like I'm an introvert, but I got some new friends.
There isn't just like one set biology you can do, from microbiology to biochemistry. So knowing my options is something that I'm gonna take away.
I'm wanting to learn about health sciences, and like God is all through health. Like God created all of us. That's pretty freaking cool.
One of the greatest opportunities I've had for my profession in the future.
If you're interested in something, or if you want to go to college, or if you want to make friends, go.
Scene 3, take 4, A only, mark.
3, 2, 1, take off!
Hi, my name's Grace. I'm Best Boy Grip on this short film.
I am wardrobe.
I am hair and makeup.
Props master. Set's been pretty good. I think we've definitely, over the past 3 days, we've definitely gotten better.
It's fun seeing everyone together and working hard, and it's really cool to see the professionals doing what they're doing.
It's been a lot of fun getting the shots, just kind of being creative and figuring out where to like fit the boom in shots, you know, and like work around what camera's doing. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that though. It's been fun.
I'm in a department that I haven't been in before. I feel like it helps me get a more well-rounded experience.
I was on both feature films that we shot, and now this, and I finally feel like I know what I'm doing, and I'm just having a great time.
The students are doing a great job, you know, getting in there, learning new things.
For several weeks, students have been working in pre-production in their various areas to then link up with mentors that come from all around the country as professionals, and then mentor our students on set. And to watch our students rise up to the occasion, that's capstone, that's the living classroom.
Overhill is a family inspiring comedic type story.
These are characters that are compelling and exciting and full of heart.
Shield shall be splintered.
I haven't ever really done film acting before, and just getting to do this, getting the chance to do this was awesome, and I love doing it. Every second of it was just really fun.
I'm Lily, and I'm playing Bonnie. She's really fun. She's a new kid in town, and I've been that kid a lot of times. so it's easy to connect with her.
Tolkien.
It was a lot of fun being Seth because Seth is kind of an idiot. And so it's just been a lot of fun to just sort of like goof off.
No college necessary.
We got a lot of really good performances. I was tearing up just watching the dailies today. So I'm really excited about it. It seems like we're in a good place.
It felt very good. I feel very happy with what we got. The performances were just fantastic.
I definitely would say that this gave me a taste of what it would be like being able to work with pros.
It's been awesome to see the growth in just 2 days. I want to just keep learning as much as I can while it's easy to do, you know.
We're going to tell a good story here, and it's going to be very fun, very entertaining, and more importantly, hopefully inspire us to get into that feature film next year.
To me, Forester Camps is amazing.
To me, Forester's Camps is cool.
To me, Forester Camps is a great experience. I've always had just like a genuine interest for art, and our art teacher was like passing out flyers and stuff.
And I saw that my other friends were going to do it, so I got interested in it as well.
And this is my first college trip, so I didn't really know kind of what it's like to be in college.
College really isn't as scary as I thought it would be. Definitely go. There is a lot of really cool activities and opportunities you can get here.
Try to get yourself involved. Try to talk to other people who are like at the camp as well. Talk to like your hosts and stuff.
I mean, there's no reason not to go. I mean, you get out of school, you get to come here.
It's really informative on how college actually is, and that the community here is really great.
I can't talk, I have a showing.
Listen.
My clients are arriving any minute.
Eleanor. Mom passed.
I think it'd be best if you all go to hotels. For Dad's sake.
I didn't get to say goodbye.
You said goodbye when you never came home.
Quit your knocking at my door. Gotta work in the morning and it's almost 4. Will you ever leave me and quit coming back for more? When I look out the window, you're kneeling on the floor. It's pathetic, the way you're begging, while I'm waiting for the sedative to set in. So on your way, you should be heading, 'cause mine is not the type of love that's meant to go to waste, no. I need to know, do you think about me when you fall asleep? Am I living in your dreams like you've been doing to me on the low? It is time for you to go, 'cause I have better things to do than talk to you. So quit your knocking at my door. It should have been over when you said that you were done with me, but you went on your own and now you can finally see that the other guys might have the looks and fancy keys, but you know nobody's gonna love you better than me. It's pathetic, the way you're begging, while I'm waiting for the sedative to set in. So on your way, you should be heading, 'cause mine is not the type of love that's meant to go to waste, no. I need to know, do you think about me when you fall asleep? Am I living in your dreams like you've been doing to me on the low? It is time for you to go, 'cause I have better things to do than talk to you. I need to know, do you think about me when you fall asleep? Am I living in your dreams like you've been doing to me on the low? 'cause I have better things to do than talk to you. So quit your knocking at my, I need to know, do you think about me when you fall asleep? Am I living in your dreams like you've been doing to me on the low? It is time for you to go, 'cause I have better things to do than talk to you. So quit your knocking at my door.
Back at King Stadium, it's a warm September day today, and the offense has stayed hot as well for the Foresters. They're up 2-0 at the halftime break. About 6:30 left till we get back into action. You know, a lot of changes with the lineup today, but so far it's been consistent. It took a while for HU to grab that first goal. It was actually a Grace Christian mistake, an own goal, but then Sophie Shepard does what she does best, and HU in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, HU's offense started off hot. They were attacking the Grace Christian defense from the very start, working their goalkeeper, Lake, who's been incredible today so far. I mean, with around 8 saves on the game, I believe, or even more. They've just been an unrelenting force on the offensive end, and you feel like the score would be a little bit of a larger deficit with the amount of shots they've had on goal, which is like around 8 or 7, but credit to the Grace Christian defense for standing strong and only allowing 2 through.
Yeah, HU had 10 shots in that first half, 8 on goal, 3 corner kicks, 2 fouls, 1 foul on Grace Christian. They had no shots. Their strategy is to defend, and then you're very welcome. We got a fan tuning in. Just give us 1 second here. We're actually live, but thank you very much. Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you. Who are you watching? Hannah Johnson. Okay, awesome. Sounds good. All right, sorry about that. We had a fan wanting to ask us some questions, and we try to be personable and nice up here, so not trying to keep you in the dark. But Hannah Johnson, it looks like maybe grandmother here from Michigan, tuning in and letting FDN Sports know we're doing a good job, and that's what we care about. I do want to correct myself. It's Greta Hunsaker. I was saying Hunsaker. Spoke with her dad at halftime. She's got some fans that watch as well, so I do apologize. I absolutely try to do my best with pronunciations. I look over the guides. Sometimes I have to guess, and that was a situation where I actually didn't have them on the pronunciation guide. So it's my fault. I will fix it. It's Hunsaker for the rest of the year, Ryan. We won't mess it up. And she's a crucial part, so we got to get that name right. Her dad actually travels here from Fishers, Indiana, nearly every single home match. And he's here watching her, and she's had a good year as well, along with a lot of these Foresters. Anyway, Ryan, we got to get back focused here. HU up 2-0. They're off to their best start since 2015, 2016. What have you seen out of this team this year that maybe wasn't there last?
Yeah, so out of the around 6 games that they've played, I've only announced 1, and this is my second one. But out of the 2 games and 1.5 games that I've seen so far, as we were talking about it while the first half was going on, but last season when I announced the soccer games last season, they were a strictly defensive team.
Yes.
I mean, HU was just all defense. Their offense, besides Sophie Shepard, just really didn't exist. It was just Sophie kind of doing whatever she wanted out there. And this year we see McGinnis and Hooley and even Thiard come up from the midfield to help them attack. And their offense has just been so much more dynamic, and it's led them to this awesome record that they've started off with.
We're actually going to kick it to a quick break here. We got 3 minutes left till halftime is over. HU up 2-0 over the Grace Christian University Tigers. Preston Husband, Ryan Holzapfel back for the second half in just a few minutes.
can't talk, I have a showing.
Listen.
My clients are arriving any minute.
Eleanor. Mom passed. I think it'd be best if you all go to hotels. For Dad's sake.
I didn't get to say goodbye.
You said goodbye when you never came home.
Just about time for the second half here between the Huntington Foresters, the Grace Christian Tigers, traveling in from the Grand Rapids area. Did confirm during the break that's Hannah Johnson's grandma who lives up in Michigan, so she's taking in today. She wanted to give a big shout out to the FDN Sports crew. She loves listening from up in Michigan, able to tune in, watch her granddaughter play, and you know, her granddaughter had a couple of chances in that first half as well. You mentioned it. She's battled back from injuries. Now she's back on the pitch, and she can be an influential part of this lineup as well.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you lose a player to injury, it always hurts the team. And to have a mostly healthy lineup that HU has so far early in the season, it shows in their record as all of their players are able to get on the field and, you know, kick the ball a couple of times. And Hannah with early chances to score, but just was barely off the mark on them.
So HU, they have been at home a lot this year. Already once earlier this week on Tuesday, they came away with a 5-0 win in that one. Before that, last Saturday, so that's 3 home games within a week. And so far, they've been really sharp at home. Their one defeat did come here at King Stadium. But you look at their schedule, they're 4-1-1. They could easily be 6-0. They had all kind of chances against Anderson on Saturday, 0-0 draw. Their first game of the year was a loss. They actually led in that match and then ended up giving up 2 right back at the kind of end of the game. Ireland Arney was beat. Nothing she could do about it. She's so good. But, I mean, you look at that. You'd rather lose an early match and now fight hard through the conference season. It's going to be a tough conference, as always, in the Crossroads League.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you always want to start as good as possible, but to kind of get your first loss out of the way and then go on a streak like this where the worst you've done is a tie game in 5 games, I mean, that's a big deal for the Foresters, and they're looking to continue that momentum.
We will get back into the action here. 45 minutes left. We'll take a water break about midway through this second half because of the warm weather. We'll even play a little Christian music as the match goes on.
Interesting
hospitality
choice
here at Huntington University, as eventually they will shut that off. It occasionally happens over here at King Stadium. Ella Theard pushes the pace, the midfielder, having a great season here in her junior campaign from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Spent her time at Carroll High School, big high school in Fort Wayne. Her and Raya Holiday both played high school soccer there. Katie Hooley out of Ohio drops it back to Cirincione, another Indianapolis native. They're sprinkled all over this roster. Cirincione and Sophie Shepard played some high school soccer together at Carmel, and now they try linking up here. Shepard, left-footed shot, a falling save by Lake. Not enough on it by Sophie, but another good chance to start the second half.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you want to see. HU just picking up where they left off in that first half and just continuing to attack this Grace Christian defense and whittle them down.
Foresters using a couple of different players today here on the back line. One of them, Bontrager, who we just saw attempt to stab that one out of the sky. And Jillian Sutton also started as well. Not seeing her out there at the moment as this one's tapped out of play for a Forester throw-in. An own goal and a Sophie Shepard goal. Simons looking to cut one into the box. Gianna being fought on the back line by Huerta. He's doing a nice job controlling on this back line and actually wins possession away. And then Simons called for a foul. That was a tough battle by Natalie Huerta and the Allendale freshman. Really strong play to keep that away from Gianna Simons.
And that's what we've seen all night. I mean, their defensive line has really been incredible. Continually attack, and I mean, eventually you do get tired as no one is perfect when it comes to endurance. So, I mean, that's been their Achilles heel. But, I mean, yeah, their defensive line has been incredible so far.
Thiard spins away from danger. She's really showing off the skill today, and now looking for an outlet. Goes with Hooley down the right side. Katie able to keep it in, now works back to her left. Drops a pass in for Thiard. Drenth, one of the seniors on this roster, pulls it back, finds a junior in Raya Holiday. Holiday drops in a pass. Simons couldn't get to it. Shepard now tries turning on the speed, and it's knocked away on the back line and kept in play by HU. Unsaker tries driving one into the box, and it's taken away at the top by Copeland, and now Drenth repossesses. Joya works with her fellow midfielder Thiard, rips one on goal, and Huerta was there to knock it away. Those don't always feel good, but they keep the ball out of the net. Shepard open space again, cuts back to her left, similar to her first goal, that time too close to the keeper Lake, didn't choose a direction on that shot.
Yeah, she just kind of kicked it there, hoping to catch Lake off guard, but didn't really choose where she wanted to go with it and went straight to her.
13 shots, now 10 on goal for HU as they continue to work their attack well. Shepard has 7 shots, 6 on goal. So she's had plenty of opportunities to catch that second or third goal today. Still 41 minutes left in the match. Holiday, good outlet to McGinnis. She started this second half. Alana into the box. Working against the back line, finds a cutting Simons who couldn't quite get a shot on goal, and now Katie Hooley will run down the loose ball. Good battle by her. She's been back in the starting lineup for the past 3 matches now and brought a ton of energy down the right flank.
Yeah, Katie Hooley's been a great striker for this team. Her and Sophie Shepard have really worked in tandem with each other, and it's benefited this HU offensive line.
Olivia Bontrager drills a low ball in. Simons, one touch to Hooley. Katie will cut it back in to her left foot, now taps it back for Bontrager again on the back line. Liv's getting an extended run in this match here with 5 minutes left in the second half, excuse me. She's barely been out of the match. McGinnis, crossing ball, Hooley there to pick it up. Katie cuts it back, trying to get to that left foot, and then knocked out of harm's way by the back line, as Hooley knows she was just one touch away from collecting her second goal of the year.
Yeah, Katie Hooley had the defenders on skates there, but just the sheer amount of bodies that Grace Christian threw at her were a little bit too much.
Shepard working on one goal. Gonna work it back to Bontrager. Talked about Olivia not starting yet this year. This is her first start in 7 matches. She joined the attack a little bit against Manchester, started to push some balls off the pitch as McGinnis does so, turning it towards goal. Alana hasn't knocked it away. Nice defense on the back line by Tubergen, but it falls to Thiard for HU.
And Thiard's been very active on offense today.
She kind of has a different level of speed. When she gets it, she can really get going at a high level, as Holiday sent one into the box. It's out for a goal kick. But Thiard, her ability to run at 100% speed and keep the ball on her foot is really impressive. And I've been talking about it the last few matches. I believe that she needs to be more aggressive on the offensive side. We've seen that over the last couple of matches.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely has all the tools to be one of their better offensive players. I mean, she has, like you said, the 100% speed and then ability to keep the ball in control. I mean, she's just like Sophie Shepard in that regard, where they can just keep going at 100% speed and keep the ball going. And she could be a massive weapon for this HU offense if she continues to stay aggressive.
Here she is again, taking more space on the attacking side. Finds Gianna Simons, 1-2 touch with Thiard. Tries going back to Gianna, who's fighting with Huerta in the box again. Natalie Huerta just working so hard on the defensive end, and again, knocking it away for danger for a moment. What a save on the backside by Lake, as McGinnis was roaming on the back post. Foot save that time.
And she's been doing it all. She's showing all kinds of ability to block shots.
Strength turns this one up the pitch, and now Theard drops one in Simons. She's got Shepard in the middle, was looking that way, and crossed it a little too hard in the air and missed the post. It's out for another Grace Christian goal kick. See that deflected ball in. McGinnis actually had time to kind of wind up and hit it past the keeper Lake, just could not get any sort of force on that ball. Denied of her second goal in the last 2 matches. She does have an assist today, and she looks like she's going to be a real pleasant surprise as a transfer for HU this season. Next time the Foresters are back in action, it'll actually be on the road, surprisingly, since they've been here at King Stadium so often in this young year. But they will be traveling to IU East, and that'll actually be played in Ohio, which is really strange, playing Indiana University East in Eaton, Ohio. That'll be this Saturday at 3:30 p.m. And then they start conference play at Goshen on Wednesday the 25th at 7 p.m. So that's when things really heat up. And you'll learn more about your team then than you will here in some of these non-conference matches.
Yeah, you see their true strength and true true chemistry and just how good a team is based on conference play, because that's when, you know, you really have to dig deep and play your best soccer.
Drenth able to take some space in the middle, drops a pass to McGinnis, almost touched it by the back line, but then it's knocked away by the Tigers. Drenth now finds Shepard in the center. Left-footed pass in towards Hooley and McGinnis. Not sure which one she was trying to pick out, but HU regains possession with Cerencioni. She plays one out wide, Hooley. Katie gonna try to use that speed down the right side, cuts one back to her preferred left foot, now swings one towards the top of the 18-yard box. Foresters seem to be playing a game of keep away at the moment.
Yeah, they're just trying to see if they can get some easy shots in the box, and if they don't, keep possession, and it's worked so far.
Shepard finds Hooley. She fights away from the back line, and she scores, but she's offside, as Hooley nearly had her second goal of the year just off, even though the defender did knock that one away. It was the initial run from Katie that led to the flag going up.
Yeah, just a little bit too far towards the Grace Christian side, and a tough break as Katie thought she just got her second goal.
Even saw one of the defenders on the backside for Grace Christian upset with the result, but not to be too upset. That was Heather Nyakambiri, all the way from Zimbabwe, playing her college soccer at Grace Christian University. She's in her senior season, 14 matches off the bench in 2022. She's wearing number 5, more in an attacking role today. Simons with the touch. Lake was coming off her line, but it's cleared away from danger as Holiday keeps it in on the Foresters' half. Holiday looking for Simons. She's onside. McGinnis. Alana plays it across the 18-yard box. It falls to Shepard, who's able to touch it over to Katie Hooley. Hooley drives a low ball in. Grace Christian passing a little too closely inside. Shepard across the face of the goal. Hunsaker was there and couldn't connect on the one-time touch.
Shepard with the right idea got there was no Grace Christian defenders on that side on Hunsaker, but Saker just could not control the shot.
Yep, Greta was looking to tuck that one near post. Those balls have been really dangerous, those skipping crosses that are low to the ground. They've gotten past the Grace Christian team a lot, and HU's had several opportunities to grow this lead. So far, they just can't quite extend. Still just 2-0. We're 12 minutes into the second half. The shots have definitely been there, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like Grace Christian's game plan is defense and then just kick the ball as hard as you can down the other side of the field for the Foresters, and while that's been working for them and keeping the Foresters scoreless in the second half, they've got to get some points on the board if they want any chance of winning this game.
Diard again using her dribble to create space. Huerta with a big swing with the left foot is going to get Macy Sanders involved. You could almost forget about her down there. She's been such a quiet afternoon for the freshman goalkeeper.
Yeah, she's really just been able to kind of stand and watch her team play because Grace Christian just has not attacked their defense at all.
There was actually a change. It's actually Tara Robinson in goal now. Just noticed the 99 on the back of the jersey as Hunsaker again works it into the box. She's working against a solid defender in Davis. It's tapped out of play. It'll be a Forester throw-in. So HU using two different keepers today. It was Sanders that started. Now it's Robinson in between the post. Shepard heads this one on, and it's out of play for a goal kick. Might as well use some of these players that don't get as long of a run in a match like this. As you see, Shepard trying to rise up and flick it on towards Hooley. Couldn't do so there. But in a match that you feel like you have under control at the moment, no reason not to give some of these other players some opportunities.
I mean, always as a coach, you want to get all your players involved, and these kinds of games are the perfect opportunities to have all the players on your team get a chance to come in and play.
Sarancioni controls a long ball over to Holiday. And now the Foresters will push back down the left side with Gianna Simons. She plays a left-footed ball in. Drenth uses her strength to control. She's knocked down. It's going to be a free kick right outside of the box for HU.
And this is a problem here for Grace Christian as HU is in really dangerous territory.
So we'll see who chooses to take the free kick. It looks like it's going to be the new addition in Alana McGinnis, and only about 20 yards, 18 yards from goal. I guess you could say 18 and a half, as it's almost right on the line. You're thinking McGinnis is looking to score this one. Forrester's looking for a set-piece goal. McGinnis scored in her last match. She's assisted today. Set-piece chance. McGinnis over top of it. Swings with the right foot. Wall is able to hold its ground. Simons puts it back in, and Lake is there again to keep this one just 2-0.
Grace Christian celebrating there is a very dangerous opportunity for them to go down 3-0, but Lake and the defensive line of Grace Christian able to get it done.
The Wall held steady there as Robinson's going to come up and make a touch and show off some of her skill as she delivers a soft pass to Hooley.
Her second kick of the day so far.
If you're the keeper for HU today, you're not having a whole lot of action down on your end. No shots yet for Grace Christian. 30 minutes left in the match.
Quite the change from the game that I called before in the Anderson game, as Arnie was getting worked by the Anderson offense all night. Same with their keeper. It was a high-stakes match with both teams on the offense, but this has been a lopsided offensive attack.
Joya Drenth back to Bontrager. Olivia drives a low ball in, and once again, that's going to sneak through the defense, but it's out for a goal kick. Grace Christian has been in this spot a lot today. Lots of goal kicks, as HU has had several shots just go wide, and a couple of through balls not make it either, as Sophie Shepard almost gets to that loose ball. And now Hooley has to come back and react to the ball being played out of danger. It'll be Bontrager throwing it in, and a change is being made as Cote Molina will come in for Gianna Simons.
Cote's been a good surprise for the Foresters. She's been one of their better midfielders, really being able to control the ball, and she's been very good with her ability to switch between the offense and defense and keeping the Foresters in rhythm.
Cote, one of the better passers on this roster. She's had a long break here in this second half. We'll see if she can add some excitement to this attack as they're still searching for that third goal. It's been a while since the Foresters have had a real good chance. They are trying to create one though. Ella rips one on goal, and it was a strong shot, but once again, a strong save by Amaya Lake.
And there's the aggressiveness you want to see from Ella Thiard. As we were saying, her ability to score is there. She just usually isn't aggressive enough, but she's been more than aggressive enough today.
Lake with a booming kick. Knocks it out of play. Bontrager will have another throw. Joya Drenth will give way as the freshman Ella Hartman will come in. Hartman had some good action in that first half. Freshman has been steady off the bench this year. Scored one goal, that was against Ohio Christian. She started the scoring in that match. That was actually on Labor Day. Since then though, added a couple more shots on her season stats as Alana McGinnis runs through a couple of defenders. Now plays a looping ball over to Hartman, who was searching for another one. Molina finds Sophie, and Lake, two-handed save right at the top, over her head actually. Pretty unique saves by Lake today.
And usually goalkeepers don't go for that kind of save because, I mean, if you mess up and it just slightly goes through your hand, that's a goal.
Lake showing the strength though, as Cote now works it over to Thiard. Ella, a couple of fake passes, works to her left. Trying to find another option in the box. Thiard still has it, and then finally knocked out of there. It looked like it was Grace Davis that got to it first. Approaching our water break here, about 5 minutes away in the second half. Hooley finds Cote Molina. She goes back to her right to Hooley. Katie works with the left foot, takes another shot. Lake makes another save. We could just record that and play it on repeat today.
Yeah, record that little voice line, as that has happened around 11 times, I think, or 11 or 12 times tonight or today already, and she has just done it all for this Grace Christian defense.
Grace Christian doing what they've stuck with all game. A long pass from Calizo forward, but Copeland wasn't ready to run on, and now Tara Robinson controls it in the back. 12 saves for Maya Lake. She's faced 14 shots. 2 of them have found the net.
One of them wasn't really even her fault.
No, it sure wasn't. It was an own goal. Huerta steps in. Hartman pokes it away. It actually goes off of Huerta, and it's a throw-in for HU. Handful of subs coming in. Hunsaker will take a seat for Guile. Jillian Sutton takes the place of Bontrager, and then Sophie Shepard will take a break, as it looks like Allie Oppenheisen was the third sub. Cerncioni and Holiday, they haven't sat at all.
That's what they do.
Roman
They
in
are
the
the
back.
Iron Men.
They just don't sit. Paige Weiss, usually the same way. Tonight gets a break. Hooley, left-footed lofted shot, just misses the top bar. And over for another goal kick. 23 minutes left in the match. Hooley loves going to that strong left foot. That time just floated it a little too high over top of the bar. Lake has been busy all afternoon. Delivers another goal kick. Guile plays it towards Hartman, and those two play a little two-touch as Lake comes and scoops it back up and gets a fist bump from her defender Julia Schultz right in front of her. Cote uses her left foot, swings it over to Raya Holiday. Now Cote Molina has it again. She drives low ball to Hartman. Ella right outside the box, goes left foot. Didn't really have an option as a teammate, and Grace Christian pokes it away, but then they lose out on possession as Thiard again aggressively roams through the midfield. Hartman takes a shot, and it looks like she was offsides again. Second time Ella's been called for that today.
Lake didn't even bother in trying to defend that. She saw the offsides was happening right before and didn't have to try.
Hartman has been called for that more than anyone on this Forester team. The freshman still trying to dial up the correct timing with her midfielders, make sure she doesn't get too greedy and jump out in front of those backline defenders. But for Hartman, she's going to be a good player for this team. Just a freshman, already has scored a goal and has had several more opportunities to add another. Cote Molina spins and taps it off the defender, who is roaming in, Ecker. And now forces one forward to McGinnis. Lake there to stab it away. Guile has an open goal, but Lake gets back in time to make her 13th save today.
And you saw Hartman get in the way of Guile there, as Guile had the lane to shoot that with a wide open goal, but Hartman was not paying attention to where the ball was, and no chance for the Foresters to score.
And Guile is a good finisher. She's got 4 career goals, so definitely capable of scoring. Has not scored this year, but as mentioned earlier in the broadcast, 2 assists against Manchester in the last match. Approaching the second half water break here, just over 20 minutes remaining. Forester started the scoring. It was actually an own goal by Grace Christian. And then the second one by Sophie Shepard, already notching a new career high with 7 goals. McGinnis into the box, takes one low, looking for maybe Cote, and then Alana gets it back. Couple of bodies in front of the net, and Cote slots in her 3rd off the pass from Oppenheisen, and that makes it the 3rd of the day for HU in complete control now.
Yeah, they are just destroying this Grace Christian defense. You've seen the amount of shots they've been able to get off in this half, and you can tell Lake is getting tired from the sheer amount of shots that she has had her way.
So Oppenheisen picks up her 1st assist. And for Cote Molina, she adds her 3rd goal. She now has 3 goals, 3 assists. She didn't have a single goal in her career before this season, and now she's been the midfielder the Foresters need. It's a short water break. We'll take a 30-second break with them. Come back, 20 minutes left. It's all HU on FDN Sports. It's all HU, 3-0 with 20-24 remaining in this match. The 3rd goal for Cote Molina. She's now got 3 goals, 3 assists on the year. The assist on that last goal goes to Ellie Oppenheisen. That's her 1st assist in her Forester career. She did score 1 goal last year on 1 shot. Sophie Shepard scored the 2nd goal of the afternoon, and going all the way back to the 1st, it was an own goal by Grace Christian. HU doing really what they needed to do today, and that's take care of business against a team that has struggled. They're 0-4, and they've now given up 18 goals compared to 0 scored.
You can hear the fans of Hannah Johnson out in front of us yelling for her as she came back into the game, and we'll see if she can remain aggressive and get those same opportunities that appeared in that first half. But as you were saying, Grace Christian has just not really tried to attack HU at all. HU's just kind of had the whole advantage with the offense of Sophie Shepard, who's had around 7 to 8 shots on goal this game. And if Grace Christian wants any chance of even remotely coming close in this game, they've got to start attacking on the offense here.
So you take a look, HU's looking to move to 5-1-1. It almost looks like a sure thing here. They only won 6 matches last year, so with a win today, they would move to just 1 short of last year's total. Of course, they've got one more non-conference match, and then things heat up in the Crossroads League. Escuerta sends a long ball forward, and it still looks to be Tara Robinson back there, who gets a touch, and she'll play it out to Jillian Sutton. So it is improvement. However, the real test will begin when you get in the Crossroads League and you play some teams that you know are going to be really tough, and some of the best teams not only in the conference but the country.
Well, and that's something that not everyone fully understands, is that like everyone in the conference matchups are like a tough team, because Goshen is usually at the bottom, but they are a really good team compared to like teams like Grace Christian, in which you see games like this where it's just an absolute blowout, while Goshen is still a competitive team.
Natalie Huerta won that ball, but it went off the foot of Hartman. And it should be a Forrester throw in, but instead it's going to go to the visitors for Grace Christian. Not necessarily a big call in a match that's not super close. Well, you can hear a couple of the fans still want the game called correctly. Hannah Johnson plays one across the middle, and it's knocked off the back line. This is Rachel Lecker, who chooses to go back to Raya Holiday. We've not seen a couple of the leaders today, as Cote was looking for Hartman, and Huerta again knocks it off the back line. We haven't seen Weiss. We haven't seen Arnie. 2 different goalkeepers for HU. Oppenheisen just coming off that assist, now works on the left side, trying to cut it into the box, looking for Cote again. It was nearly the same duo with the same connection there, as Lake makes another save.
And they keep going to it because Grace Christian is slacking off on Cote a little bit, giving her the space that she needs to get a shot off, and that's her second one in only a couple minutes.
Cote, as mentioned, came into her junior year with 0 career goals. She scored on a penalty to start the scoring. She scored last match in a big looping left to right, left-footed shot, and today it was more powerful with the left foot right in front of the goal. She's got it again, tries poking it towards the attack, and it's knocked away by the Tigers. Sutton works to Guile. 2 Giles a part of this team. The older sister, Sydney Guile, is the grad assistant. And that was another pronunciation that I had to figure out last match. Her family was tuning in, and we will not mess that up again. She comes from all the way in New York. As Hannah Johnson, trying to get involved, spins one away from the back post.
And also, your pronunciation has always been mostly on par.
I know.
It's only a few names out there.
It's just a couple that sometimes trick me.
That's what the family watching is for, is they can tell you.
Yeah, they got to get me right.
Appreciate the viewers for telling us when we pronounce names wrong.
And I'm okay with that, because I want to get it right. I want to be as professional as possible. Hartman gives way to Channing Crawford. Channing just scored 2 goals in the JV match against Manchester a couple of nights ago. And Gianna Simons also came on as well. She's got 3 goals at the varsity level this year. As the goal kick is sent to Cote Molina, she uses some skill to control, showing off all kind of Chilean flavor with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is some tough dribbling that she did there to keep it. I mean, it was air dribbling, really. Kept it in the air for a good 5 seconds.
Sorencioni within the circle goes to Cote, back to Jillian Sutton. She's had a nice run today. Decent playing time for Jillian off the bench. Simons takes space as Gianna slams on the brakes. Cote, a fake pass, and now working towards the 18-yard box. Still has control as she cuts it back to Jillian Sutton. Simons spins to her right, going to her strong side, using that speed is Gianna. She has it knocked out, and it'll be a Forrester corner kick, which will give an opportunity to someone else to send it in. It looks like Cote is going to take it with Simons next to her. Usually we'd see Cirencioni hop on this.
Yeah, she's been the staple corner kicker for HU so far this season.
Simons goes quick, drives a low ball into the box. Second attempt popped up, dangerous ball. Couple of Forresters in there. Rachel Lecker got a foot on it. Now Molina tries curving one in and sends one into the box, and it's knocked away. That is a firm wall of Grace Christian Tigers in front of that goal.
You see Huerta, who she's been very active so far in this game on the defensive end.
Lecker had a chance to maybe get a shot on goal. She had the best opportunity. Molina tried, Cote, excuse me, tried spinning one in there. Couldn't quite get it. She's got another chance here though, working to her left. Knocked away, kept alive by Crawford. And now Cote drops it back again to Sutton. Simons over to Lecker. 14 minutes remaining in this match. HU looking to get their fifth victory of the year and move their record to 5-1-1 before they take on one more non-conference foe. Molina cuts it in. Cote still working. Kicks it over to Openeisen, and now Simons takes a long shot, and it's a great diving save again by Lake. Hannah Johnson's going to keep it in the box. Johnson looking for Guile. She was ready to swing. Couldn't quite get to that ball, and it's deflected away. Sutton pulls it down. Janning Crawford finds Simons, and now Cote 20 yards out. Looking to the left, chooses Lecker. Can't say enough about Amaya Lake. She's been all over the place as she's going to come up and deflect that one away, but then it's poked out of play by Schultz on the back line.
Hannah had a chance there to score, but she was a little too far forward there.
See this shot on goal. Lake dives to her left, makes the save again as she continues to stay strong in goal. Gianna runs it down, pokes it to Guile, who goes right back to Gianna. Goes through a couple of defenders. Simons rips one on goal again, and Lake just continues to keep her out of the net as she makes another save.
She has just been rock solid this entire game, besides two goals and one self goal. I mean, she has just been solid throughout this entire game on the defensive end, doing everything that her team has needed her to do.
She has 17 saves. That makes for 70 on the year through 5 matches. It's incredible. I mean, unfortunate for her that she gives up this many goals, but it's not on her. I mean, none of these goals today are really on her or things she could have avoided. She's averaging 14 saves a match. She might have to make another here. Janning Crawford knocks one in. Hannah Johnson was there. Guile on the backside this time connects as that one skips all the way through the box, and Maddie Guile has her first goal of the year.
And how about that pretty play from the Foresters offense? I mean, just perfect passes. Hannah with the nice little touch pass, and I mean, Guile knew exactly where to go with that one, right past Lake for their 4th goal of the evening.
And there is not a single goalkeeper in the world that would have made that save. And we want to give a shout out to Channing Crawford as well. She collects her first varsity assist in the Forrester white home uniform. And for Maddie Guile, she makes it her 5th career goal. She's been playing really solid soccer off the bench. 2 assists against Manchester, collects a goal today, and it's all HU up 4 goals now with 12 minutes left in the match.
This is kind of what HU expected, is a long kick by Huerta there. Wow.
Huerta might be able to get a contract with an NFL team. She's got quite the left foot on the back line. And really, the defense hasn't been poor for Grace Christian. It's just they face so much pressure all day. Eventually, you break down.
Yeah, and that's the problem is they have not put any pressure on HU's defense. They've just been able to kind of stand and leisurely stroll around the field while HU's offense has just been able to constantly put pressure on them. And, I mean, a defense can only be good for so long.
Now Gianna Simons working through the middle, has it deflected away. Anna Johnson drops it for Vivian Bly, and it looks like the offside flag was off. Bly is another freshman who has had success at the varsity level and JV level this year. She scored a late goal against Freed Hardman earlier in the season, and then she did not play the last 3 matches with the varsity team, but she scored a hat trick in the JV match earlier this week. So she is someone that's got a bright future. And it's not always bad to go down and play in those JV matches because you're still getting the reps, you're still staying in shape and condition, and then you get an opportunity like this where you can show what you've got.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that a lot of athletes are told by their coaches, that JV is not like a downgrade for playing. It's just more opportunity and more reps for these players that maybe aren't getting as many chances in varsity games to really show their skills and prove why they belong on the team.
And Bly joins the action right away as Guile tries to run it down. Huerta knocks it off of Maddie for a goal kick. And HU going to be allowed to make a sub here as Shifley will come in for Cerencioni. We talk about how Raya Holiday and Ellie Cerencioni rarely sit. Well, in a 4-0 match with 10 minutes to go and conference play quickly approaching, it's all right to give them a breather in a match that's controlled by HU.
I'm sure she's probably not even too thrilled about that. She loves being out there every single minute of the game. She loves being that consistent player that's always there.
Openheisen and Johnson trying to keep it on the Foresters' side. It's knocked out for an HU throw-in. And it looks like Coach David Lewis wants to make another change. Hannah Johnson is going to step out, and Riley David, a freshman from Kendallville, Indiana, is going to come in. She had a stretch of 4 matches as she came off the bench, but she's also been seeing time at the JV level. Hasn't been in a varsity match in a little bit of time. Once again, a chance to impact the game right now as she passes it over to another freshman, Lecker. It's a young core out there right now for HU. Sutton goes to Simons, checks the defender. It's Huerta who battles it away from the 18-yard box. Now David with another touch. Foresters controlling possession with Vivian Bly. She has it knocked away. Good control on the backside. The defense by Grace Christian staying strong. That was Calizo, who still is battling for possession and now taps it off of Forrester for a throw-in.
Forrester fans into it right now.
It's hard to find energy in a 4-0 game with 8:45 left when it's 90 out, but hey, someone's got to do it to pump these girls up. It's not the normal rotation, but this still means a lot for these players out there who are getting a chance to play at the college level, which I'm sure all of them dreamt of doing.
Yeah, I mean, they are playing for a team that really has a chance to do something special this season.
Bontrager has switched sides as Sutton is the defender nearest to us. Shifley in the middle, plays it over to Sutton. Sutton looking for an option. She finds Crawford, who can't pull it down, and then a little too physical, knocks over Hilton in the middle. It'll be a free kick for the Tigers.
Huerta is going to send another bomb down the court.
I'm ready for this. Huerta's been really solid. 4 matches, 4 starts. She's a freshman, and there's that long ball that goes off the head of Shifley, and since the head was used, Robinson able to pick it up. Rachel Lecker taking space right at the midline. Finds Crawford. Drops it back to Bontrager. You still want to be sharp. Don't want to become a sloppy team even when you're in control of a match. Bly finds Simons. Played forward towards Guile, and guess who? Huerta there to knock it out of the way of danger.
Almost knocked it out of the stadium with that kick right there.
Lucky you didn't hit us. It's been a while since HU added their fourth. It was Oppenheisen who assisted Cote. Shepard has scored one. It was actually Maddie Guile that scored the last. And she was assisted by Channing Crawford. So a couple of Foresters adding their first career assist today. Oppenheisen never assisted a goal before today, and neither had Hannah Johnson, who added one as well.
That's what these kinds of games mean to these players is, I mean, like you said, they're getting their first career assists, and I mean, some of them had chances to get their first career goals, and that's what happens when you're playing a game where you can put in some of your bench players and let them go to work as they can get some stats in for their resumes.
I said Hannah Johnson, I met Channing Crawford. She added her first career assist. Johnson has had one previously. She's also scored a goal, but it's nice to see her back out there in the rotation as well. Sutton drives a ball towards Simons, who is making a diagonal run. It runs out of play, but it's tapped out by Grace Christian.
5 minutes remaining. Forster's trying to get that fifth goal right now and running out of time to do it.
We'll see if they can find one more. They're not pushing with that same pace that we saw earlier in the second half. And that's maybe out of respect to Grace Christian as well. Working hard in the heat to keep that fifth goal out of the net. Good ball down the left side. Oppenheisen again making a good run. Forrester's able to keep it in on their half. Lecker with a nice touch, but she's called for a high kick. Got to give credit to both these teams. It's a warm day out here, and they're still going at 100% with right over 4 minutes left. Huerta sends, I guess you could say, the most dangerous ball of the day forward, but it's cleared away as Bontrager outlets to Guile, and now Riley David finds Bly. Vivian taking space. She's got Guile to her right. She chose Simons in the middle, and it's knocked out on the back line by Tubergen. Jillian Sutton picks out Riley David. Sutton plays a good left-footed ball in. It's missed by the back line. Allie Oppenheisen's there. She cuts it back, and then Lake is there to scoop it up. Not forced to make a save this time, but still on her toes to corral the loose ball.
There are two people on this Grace Christian defense that have really made an impact today. It's obviously Lake, their goalkeeper, with an unreal amount of saves, and Huerta with her ability to keep fighting every single time, as she's been their main defender on Sophie Shepard and a bunch of their attackers.
And this defense for Grace Christian has been under fire all day long. Talked about well over 15 saves for Amaya Lake. She's now got over 70 on the season. She's got 17 saves to be exact today. And we'll see if HU can force her to make another as Simons loosely plays it away, but it's knocked off the back line. Look at it, team comparison, 0 shots for Grace Christian, 27 for HU. They have had now 52 total shots over the last 2 matches, with 36 of them on goal.
I mean, that's the credit to this HU offense and how much improvement that they've shown this year. Is they are clearly a better team now because they are able to score and put pressure on teams' defenses the way they have been doing so far this season.
We'll see if they can stay true to that. Ireland Arnie's been able to rest the last 2 matches. Paige Weiss sat out today, didn't even see the field at all, so you hope that she's okay and not dealing with anything, but also to rest her before conference plays big. Crawford plays one in, Bly is offside, and then Lake gives a little shove at the end there as Bly goes down. Take a look at the replay here. Lake bumped over Bly, and I think that Bly maybe reacted a little bit, maybe a little acting there. But hey, that's part of soccer. We see that all the time.
Very common in soccer.
Yeah, sometimes Dilesh Patel on the men's team, he's really good at it. He buys calls and gets his team some really dangerous free kicks. So Lake, obviously taller than Bly as well, so maybe looked worse than it actually was. Just over a minute left. Foresters going to collect their 5th win as Bly takes it away. Simons looking for a cutting Oppenheisen. Allie trying to run it down in the box, does get the loose ball, finds Crawford, who tried taking a lofted shot. Bly now rips one, and it looks like she connected with the defender's leg there as Bly was sending a shot on goal. And the tough Julia Schultz able to get back up with now just over 30 seconds left in the match.
And that always hurts a little bit more when you're really tired. I mean, after playing in the heat all day against a relentless offensive team from HU, to get kicked in the shin like that, that hurts.
You saw the replay there. Schultz just took the shot there as Bly was looking to hit one on goal. Firmly connected with Schultz's shin as Simons has possession, battling hard. And now Guile with 1 second left, not going to get it off. And the Foresters going to come away with a dominating win today, a 4-0 win. They move to 5-1-1. 3 different goal scorers for HU, 1 own goal for Grace Christian. At the end of the day, they take care of business, but obviously very convincing in this one, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. This shows the strength that this team has and how good they are. And they are, I mean, they are officially on the scope of these other Crossroads League teams, as they're clearly making a mark here early on and showing why they belong in the NAIA conference. And we've seen the improvement on the defensive end, which we didn't think was possible after their defensive prowess last year. But their defense has gone better as well as their offense, and this team is a threat.
So we'll take a look at a couple of these goals that came for the Foresters. The last 2, Allie Oppenheisen connecting with Cote Molina, tucks in her 3rd of the year. The final one, nice touch in the middle by, it looked like Hannah Johnson. I think it was Channing Crawford that actually got credit for the assist on the cross. Maddie Guile puts it away, her 1st of the year. Sophie Shepard added her 7th. The first was an own goal. At the end of the day, it adds up to be a 4-0 victory for HU. We stay busy. Back to volleyball this weekend on Saturday. These Foresters will be in action on the soccer pitch Saturday on the road, and then they start Crossroads League play. For Preston Husband, Ryan Holzapfel, our great FDN Sports crew, thank you as always for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here at Huntington University.
One back. That's it! Catch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh